Quarantine and depression. That's going to be the topic of today's video. But before I get into that, please do me a favor and check out two other channels on YouTube here. They're both musicians, MaldoMusicTv and Shoe, Shoe, 856. They're two good dudes that I know have been on their grind and hustling for quite some time now, so go check out the YouTube channels. They do some pretty good stuff. But back to today's video, quarantine and depression. And I've started to notice the last day or two that depression has been starting to bother me again. Because I'm so used to going outside and doing things, walking. And I always say depression has a hard time hitting a moving target. But here we are, many of us, stuck on lockdown. And it's a little harder to be a moving target when we're stuck on lockdown and inside. So I wanted to share a couple things about just where I was, just so you know that I'm not a perfect person when it comes to this. I can still get depressive symptoms, but some of the possible solutions out of it. So one possible solution is really trying to schedule things throughout the day. And I think exercise or like a yoga type thing is extremely essential because it gets us moving. Indoor working out, there's a lot of things to do. Body weight only exercises, they're essential for me. And so I got to make sure I do those things. And then perhaps if we're just overall having burned out from working too much, I do think just giving ourselves the permission to have like a complete blackout day, that can have a great beneficial effect so that by the next day, we're actually motivated to go back and hit the grind again. Also, on the sunny days, try to spend a little time outside. I'm not saying ignore social distancing, but go for a walk. Get some sun, because something absolutely happens to me when I don't get enough sun. The vitamin D, even though I supplement it's not enough. Like, I still need to get outside and doing things. What's another thing? Not being social, I think, also hurts me too. Like, we need social activity. And right now, we've been stuck with just what? Social media. And I remember I heard one person call Facebook last year, it's like the McDonald's of social interaction. You feel full from it, but you get no essential nutrients. And I think that is so true right now, where I think at least talking on the phone has that extra layer of connection, or even FaceTime. At least doing one of those things can really help. But if we're just talking to people through text, Instagram DM, Facebook DM, corresponding with each other's posts, it's just not going to cut it. And I think we need more interaction with that. And depending on who we're in quarantine with, this may not be appropriate with them. It might not be someone, we might be by ourselves, so we don't have anyone to talk to in person. That's why I'd say pull out the phone, FaceTime someone, or call them through Facebook Messenger. Actually hear someone's voice, or preferably see their face and talk to them. I think the benefits of doing that could be great. And I also think in terms of depression, pain shared is oftentimes pain lessened. So if we talk about how we're feeling, just to kind of let it out, not to dwell on it and obsess about it, but to, talk about it for a little while, ease how we're feeling, identify and relate with someone else. I think that could really help too. And what's another one? And I know when we're feeling bad with depression, it's the hardest thing of all to do, to help ourselves and do what's good for us, to do what's healthy for us when we least feel like it. I completely understand that. And so when we actually take those first steps to do the things that I'm saying, give yourself a round of applause or a pat on the back for even attempting to do them. Because when we're depressed, all this stuff can be really difficult. The phone can feel heavy. Getting up there to do some exercise can feel like an extremely difficult task. So none of that is lost on me at all. So to recap here, some of my suggestions, though, on how to deal with depression in quarantine is just try to make that first initial step and have a routine or a schedule that we can adhere to. And I understand it's so hard. It really is. But exercise. or some sort of yoga practice. I think that would be amazing at a time like this. Trying to schedule some time outdoors to be in the sun on the sunny days. That's another huge one. A third one, actually pick up the phone and talk to someone. Get some FaceTime in with them. Get some social interaction, because just Instagram, texting, and Facebook corresponding on each other's posts, it's just not enough. It's like the quote about McDonald's and fast food: fills you up with no essential nutrients. That's exactly where social media is today. Fills you up, but no essential nutrients of social interaction. So those are my suggestions here. And all of these things really relate to taking care of our mind, body, and spirit. And it's certainly difficult in times like this, but we try to keep moving, do what we can for ourselves, try to make some goals for ourselves. That's another huge one. Some things that we can be striving for that can give us positive emotion. These are some really cool things to do. And I committed to myself to try to do a video a day throughout this quarantine. And I'll tell you, this day here, I really didn't want to do this. I was just like, ugh. It was just getting to me. It was a nice dreary day out there. And I haven't been doing as well on my part of the routine. I've been sputtering. So I'm here to tell myself, and hopefully tomorrow will be a new day. So with that, please comment below if you have any other suggestions on ways to beat the quarantine depression. Maybe any other diet tips or sleep tips, etc. I'd be all ears. So with that, thanks for watching, and have a good one.